Hello, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Karen and Rising Tide and the People's Blockade 2025 Part 2. Oh, and the Socialists. Thanks to the Green Left.
And from this Newcastle port in September 2024, a ship named Captain Vietnamese took coal out of the port and delivered it to Israel. Shame. The same companies polluting our planet with dirty fossil fuels are making blood-soaked profits from this genocide. Chevron, BP, ExxonMobil, Shell, Eni, Total Energies, Glencore, Caltex are some of the major culprits. The Colombian government is taking a principled stand. In 2024, they cut coal exports to Israel. Woo! So Israel turned to Australia and South Africa to compensate. Australia exported 136,000 tonnes of coal to Israel last year, up 20% from the previous year and worth almost $30 million. Shame!
Is that guy from Palestine Action? I'm sorry, I forgot his name. They're going hell for leather in Australia, aren't they? After being put on the domestic terrorist list in the UK, what they did was they broke into a military base and vandalised a plane, which is sabotage, treason, etc. They haven't done anything like that in Australia, but they're pumping heaps of money into Australia because, they're going to prison for supporting them over there. Anyway, who else was there?
Give it going for Greg Mullins! Alrighty, folks, we're near the end. We're about to get on the water, but before we do, we're going to hear from one last speaker, yeah? And now, we know the Labor Party is entirely compromised by their ties with the fossil fuel industry. We know they don't have the courage. We know they don't have what it takes to make the change because they say they want their legacy to be climate action. All the while, they've approved new coal and gas projects throughout their entire 2 terms of government. These last ones. They continue to fund new coal and gas projects while claiming they somehow want to protect the environment. Well, it's impossible. And there are lots of parties in our political system, minor parties, independents, socialist parties, doing really good work to fight back against that. But today, it's my privilege to introduce to you the new leader of the Australian Greens, Larissa Waters.
Thanks so much, Zach. Hi, everyone. Well, here we are on the land of the Awabakal of the Warramai people, and sovereignty was never ceded here or anywhere in our ancient lands. And we have got so many fights on our hand, but truth-telling, genuine reconciliation and justice is one of them. Here we are at Climate Ground Zero. This is the world's biggest coal port, and every single one of you is an absolute climate hero. For those of you who are going to go out on the water and block some of those coal ships, be safe, but thank you so much for having the strength of heart and conviction to work for us all. I'm so proud to be part of this movement, and for everyone here, even if you're not out on the water, to all the volunteers who are helping making it happen, to Zach who's driven this, to each and every one of you who've come from far and wide, including some coral reef scientists from the Great Barrier Reef I saw in the crowd. Thank you all for trying to fix the future. And boy, doesn't it need it. We've just come from a week of Parliament, which is an institution that is wholly owned by the coal and gas corporations. They get the massive donations to both big major parties. They don't discriminate. They pay off both sides. They get billions of dollars every year in public money. They don't pay their fair share of tax. They reap mega profits, and they get approvals handed out like confetti, seemingly no matter who is in government. But we did manage to have a win this week, and that's why your movement is so powerful, because it gives us the political strength and the power in that place to fight for improvements. But we weren't able to get what we actually need to save nature and save the climate. The best that we could get this week, and you're not going to believe this, is to stop the government's plan to approve coal and gas even faster. They wanted to change our environmental laws to be able to tick off on new coal and gas within 30 days. I shit you not. What's going on in these people's minds? So we managed to stop that, and I'm proud of that. And we managed to get some protection for native forests, for land clearing, some good outcomes for nature. But it wasn't enough. And they resolutely would not consider climate in our environmental laws. We managed to stop that fast track, but they would not say, yes, we want the Environment Minister to actually think about the climate implications of all of these coal and gas approvals that just keep on running out the door. 32 coal and gas projects have been approved under this Labor government. That's not what they said they were going to do. They promised that they'd be better and different from the last bozo, and they are breaking all of our hearts. So the fossil fuel subsidies, the non-payment of tax, the corporate greed and the vulture capitalism is endangering all of us. And that's why I'm so proud of each and every one of you joining the movement and fighting back against that and sending that message that actually nature matters, that community safety matters, that our Pacific neighbours matter, that love for nature and the world should trump corporate profits. So well done, everyone. We'll keep fighting for climate action in Parliament, and we're all the stronger because of all of you. We've just seen, as I said, 32 coal and gas approvals, a pretty shitty climate target that we unfortunately just heard yesterday we're not even on track to meet. Maybe it has something to do with those 32 coal and gas approvals, like perhaps there's a coincidence there. And of course the climate COP, that international climate meeting that this government was happy to kiss goodbye, because they didn't want you all on the streets of Adelaide and on the beaches of Adelaide pointing out their climate inadequacy. So thank you so much for not giving up and for being the voice of conscience and for fighting for the world. Every single act of resistance is an act of humanity, and it makes us all stronger and better as a community. So be safe out there, keep fighting the good fight, and climate action now, hey? Let's do it. No new coal and gas. We can get off those fossil fuels and protect the workers and spread that wealth more fairly and have a world that is worth fighting for. So thanks everyone. Go well today.
Here we go, followers of Blockade! Who's here to get on the water today? You can see by my costume change. So folks, we're not just here to talk the talk, we're here to walk the walk. And we are here at the world's largest coal port. So it's time to get on the water. But before you do that, you need to hear some very important kayak safety announcements from MADS, the kayak safety team. So if you have been tuning out, if you are going away to do something else, don't do that. Listen to MADS right now, because we're here to stay safe and have a good time. And over to MADS for the kayak safety briefing.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to keep these really short, sharp and shiny for you. You need to remember 3 things to stay safe on the water today. Number 1, wind and water conditions may change. Obey direction from your kayak safety marshals and from your safety boats at all times, please. Number 2, please be good to each other, look after each other and help each other out. And finally, number 3, if you need assistance on the water from a safety marshal on a boat or in a kayak, you show them by doing this. Can you show me that you need assistance? Very, very good. Now thank you very much and be safe on the water today.
Alrighty folks, stand up for me. We're going to do a chant, because it's not a rising tide protest without a chant to get you going. And after we do this, you're all going to grab your kayaks, grab your paddles, grab your life jackets, and head straight to Horseshoe Beach, because it's time to get out on the water. And when I say rising, you say tide! Rising! Tide! Rising! Tide! When I say climate, you say justice! Climate! Justice! Climate! Justice! When I say workers, you say rights! Workers! Rights! Workers! Rights! Climate justice, workers' rights! One struggle, one fight! Climate justice, workers' rights! Climate justice, workers' rights! Make polluters pay! Make polluters pay! Make polluters pay! Make polluters pay! All right, folks. You hold those words. You hold those words in here. And you keep that fire burning, because we're going to be here for 2 whole days. Minimum. Those of you who know exactly what you're doing, go do what you need to do. Those of you who have no idea what you're doing, grab a bloody kayak and take it to the beach. Let's get on the water, folks.
10 o'clock this morning, police say they allegedly tried to stop a boat which entered this exclusion zone located about 100 metres offshore. When it allegedly failed to stop, police pursued the boat on a jet ski along the harbour. The driver of the boat then allegedly collided with a police jet ski, and a woman who was the sole occupant of the boat was arrested. Police say no one was injured. As of 11 a.m. today, a total of 32 people believed to be associated with the event have been arrested and charged with alleged marine-related offences, with 21 new arrests made this morning and 11 yesterday. Last year, the event saw more than 100 protesters charged, with 129 still before the courts. Meanwhile, across the road at Foreshore Park, police were called following reports of an alleged assault involving 2 Rising Tide protesters. At the scene, police were told that several people had allegedly been involved in the incident, where a man sustained lacerations to his back, arms, legs and head after an 18-year-old man allegedly used a glass bottle to attack a 46-year-old, leaving him with minor lacerations. The 46-year-old man has been taken to the Calvary Mater Hospital in a stable condition for further treatment. A 17-year-old boy believed to have intervened in the incident was also treated for minor lacerations, while the 18-year-old man was arrested in a campsite area nearby, but charges are yet to be laid. Meanwhile, earlier today we saw Greenpeace protesters suspend themselves from a coal ship anchored about 8 kilometres from the shore. We obtained this vision from the climate activist group, where they used professional climbing equipment to suspend themselves from the ship. Investigations are still underway for this incident. While a coal ship was turned around at 1 o'clock this afternoon, it's the second ship that has had to be turned around in 2 days. Police say they've witnessed several unsafe practices during the event, and they're urging protesters to refrain from obstructing users of the port.
And that's enough of them till next year. I wonder if there'll still be a YouTube. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. The rise of the John Connors, perhaps. Anyway, that'll do. See you later. Bye.